Hello, this is Ditatan from VP Universe, and we're here with the PAL VNI colorization. And now let's take an example. What I will do is show you how I can easily convert the attract mode of Junkyard using, of course, the previous project I had. So I created the dump file for this project. So I will start now with the dump files. And if you don't know how to get the dump files, the cdump files, you need to get in touch with the drummer that will give you the information for that. So I will start the project by importing the cdump. So first import, I will have a look, and you see that in Junkyard, like in any Williams, Bally, Gottlieb machine, there is some transitional frames here. So it's the same also under Pin2 DMD editor. You will see exactly the same thing. So you've got some fast frames with the duration less than 20 milliseconds that could pop up like that, which is a mix between the frames that are staying longer displayed. So I want to get rid of that. So what I will do is just close now, and I will reopen that to start with a clean project. Click again on the cdump button to add a cdump, and here I've got some filtering option, and I will tick here and say that I want to get rid of all the frames that are less than 20 milliseconds. By doing so, I now have the cdump. So you see that it is very, very fast to load and very efficient. So here I've got all the dumps. So it's a small dump with the initial part of Junkyard. I say attract mode, but I forgot that it was not exactly. Let's say that it's the beginning of Junkyard. So here I've got 158 frames that are in raw and also colored version. So I save my project, and I will save it in my colorization folder here. And I'm done with sorting DMD for the first step. So second step, as I was explaining in my video before, I will reopen the project. So I go back to my colorization folder. I open up the project with the colorizing DMD. You see that I've got all the frames here in the bottom that are the same one in colored version, also already colored with the palette already determined. These are the palettes that was initialized also in Pin2 DMD editor. So you will just retrieve the work that you used to have. And now I will need to work on the detection mask for all the dynamic themes. So for this one that has dynamic content, you will need to change that. So let me do the initial mask. So I will create one mask like that to hide all the bottom part and keep only the upper part of the screen as a detection zone. I will reuse the same for this one. Higher score here. For this one also. For this one, it will be the bottom one. So I will hide all the upper part and do the detection only in the bottom. Here, I could try to use the bottom one, but this one will be changing. So it's not the best option. So either I change the mask, so I could change it like that, saying, okay, everything that is here is also hidden. It will be working for this one, might not be for others. Let's keep like that. And oh yeah, forgot. I need to hide also the number of the ball here. So here I detected the mask. So be aware that when you are modifying a mask, it will modify it everywhere that is being used. If you don't remember where you used it, you've got here mask to list to say, okay, these for mask number 1, these are the frames that are using the mask. And you see that when I click here, the first frame here is the one that I'm clicking, so I can check whether there is a problem or not. So it was, sorry, mask number 2. So I see number 2, number 5 are the 2 frames that are using the same mask. So I go on. This one is not really needed, but yeah, so let's get rid of it. It's a transition frame. It was a bit longer than the other. Everything here is an animation that I've made already. It's quite nice, to be honest. I was quite happy to do it. Everything was done manually. The gradient was done manually, which was a pain in the ass to do in Pin2 DMD editor, and it's very straightforward in this new editor. So if you want to try it, just have a look about the video I've made for gradients, and you will see that you will gain a lot of time. Here on this one, well, oh, sorry, I made the mask, but I forgot to check whether there was some similar frames. So for this one, for example, there is 22 similar frames. We use the shape mode for that. and I will get rid of all the other frames. So now all this skill shot frame disappeared. So this one is fixed content, this one is dynamic. So I will use a new mask because I will want to hide all this part of the junk here. I'm doing this very quick. It would need a bit more of adjustment, especially due to the devil and the angel that are popping up here. For now, I will just keep them, but it's something that should be adjusted using sprite detection in order to have the angel and the devil just coming and popping up everywhere. One thing to notice is that as this devil and angel can pop up in any screen, I used to need to record every single scene, considering also the that sometimes one is appearing before the other. So I needed to record all the possibilities of that, which was very, very long to do. Here with the sprite detection, of course, it will just I will just need on the raw frame to add here some sprites corresponding to the angel and the devil, and it will pop up whatever the order, whether it's one, the other, both of them, in one order or the other, it will be done. So I will get rid of all these frames and all this pain in recording. Okay, here I've got the multiplayer with 2 players, so perhaps I can reuse this mask. No, it's not possible. And if I adjust it like that, because yeah, I'm trying to reuse as much as possible the frame, so I'm just checking. For this one, yeah, it's still okay. For this one, yes, it's still okay. So let's get back to 68. Fine, this one is fixed, this one. So now, sorry, I forgot again. Same frames in shape mode, just in case. I get rid of all of them. Only one is remaining with the basic color of that. Here, for the dog, it is blinking, but I will use the one that is empty, which is better. So I will use this mask again, get rid of the other frames. End of ball is fixed. This one I could reuse, perhaps number 2. Get rid of everything. Toaster here. Sorry, I said number 2. Get rid of all of them. Television, it's a transitional frame. This one is not really nice, and when I look at the colorization made that was displayed before with the P2D with the PAL VNI format, it was not very good looking. So I will just delete that, meaning that it won't appear in the SERUM format. And this one, total bonus, I will use. Sorry, I will use this mask. Okay, and this one is single. So that's it for this little part. I've made all the masks to cover all the possibilities. What I will need to do later on is to check and create the color, the dynamic color zone. But first, I will want to dump a bit more and create, sorry, a bit more of content. So I will create a new C dump and I will re-add it. Okay, I'm back after creating a second C dump, so to show you about how to re-import the C dump, and also show you about the filtering option. Sorry. So I'm saving my project. Yes, I want to exit. Reopening. Yep, I will hide everything. Reopening sorting C dump. I will this time open my project first. Make sure that I've got all the current frame that have been adjusted, colored with the masks that were done. You cannot see the mask under sorting C dump, but be sure that that they are here. And this time I will use the add button. So CD plus, C dump plus. I will navigate to the place where I stored the C dump. Here, the new one. I will delete, as in the previous importation, the frame less than 20 milliseconds. And this time, because it's an addition, you see that I can use this option that we'll use. So all new frames that will be matching the old frames and also based not only on the detection of the frame, the raw frame, but also using the mask and the shape mode, will be removed automatically. So I will do that. Again, see how quick it is to import a dump. And now I've got a lot more frames. I used to have 150. Here we've got almost 500 frames that were imported. So here you see that I've got a lot more content, including this scene that was very hard to do on the Pin2DMD editor, which would take perhaps 15 minutes in the new editor to do, and took me, I don't know, something like 20-25 hours to record all possible position. Well, so the dump is full. I'm just saving to my project, and I can close and reopen to Colorizing DMD. Again, I'm just insisting on that, but you can see how fast it is just to open, close the project, to load all the files and the frame. It's instant. It's done in an instant. So it's really nice to use, and do appreciate that. For example, what I want to show is that I imported a full dump, and you see that, for example, in the new dump file that was starting, let's say, around perhaps this one, the last frame we used to have, you see that importing a full dump. The dump that I imported is complete, including all the beginning of the all the beginning of the game. If I open up the full file as if I was to do a full project, you will see. So this is where, sorry, I was in the right directory. So yeah, that's the one. If I have a look, just deleting the 20 millisecond frames, you see that all these frames that are in the second C dump, so all these frames, and see now I started, all these ones that were in the previously in the project were not re-imported. It was automatically filtered and sorted. So the new dump starts with the fan here. So on the fan, I can then, as I used to do in the previous dump, just again reassign the masks. And now keep it following. So again, I won't deal now with the angel and the devil that are popping up. This frame is not needed here. This one's squish. Okay, I've got the two colors of that. Okay, perhaps it could be a bit improved. MULTIBALL, yeah, this one is interesting also. So for this one, I will be using perhaps, yeah, this mask. Get rid of all the other things. This transition, I don't want to see. Complete MULTIBALL here. So this part is dynamic. So because of the color, so I use different colors for this one. Let's see if I've got everything. Yes, this one here, this one there, and this is exactly the same way I did under Pin2DMD editor. Just here adding different lines with different colors, so to give this gradient look, which, to be honest, I'm very proud of. Okay, so it was very long to do, but now that I've got the model just in front of my eyes, it's a bit quicker. Here, okay, done for this one. It's a transition that I don't want to see. This one, okay, this one is an animation that is fixed with fixed content, so I won't change it. Only this part will be with dynamic content, so I will need to use a mask for this one. I can see that the toaster here has got a specific animation, so perhaps, no, this one and this one might be the same if I use this part. So let's say that I will need to hide here. So what I can do is perhaps reuse, let me see, as a toast, almost there, so it should be workable with Yeah, this one is good. Okay, so this one, so for all this sequence from here to there, I want to use this mask. Nope, I said it was number was it number 2? Nope, number 1. So number 1, so I see everything is here. So this one, when it's complete, here I've got the toast passing by, so these are the same, and these ones are empty, so it should be okay. So I will keep this one, so get rid of the other. I will say that here it's a dynamic part, so again, creating the content, dynamic content, which will be in your project also the most time-consuming part, recreating the dynamic color range. But this is needed, this is requested. You cannot import it with the from the PAL VNI format. But doing so, you can also think about how you could improve the your file, because again, in SERUM, you can mix some fixed content, which will be on this part, and some dynamic content on the same frame. So if I want to change the colors of the toaster to improve a bit the looking of it, I could do it using the 64 colors on this part and using the dynamic sets for this part. So again, I will be using that. Here I've got the toaster that is passing by. So I will just here copy paste the dynamic part that is here. So this one is done dynamic. No, so so this is dynamic. So this part here is now dynamic. This part now is now dynamic. So for this part it won't be workable. So what I will do is, okay, select on this part to put here. This part is now dynamic. I'm in an error here, so I will remove that. This is a transitional frame, so I don't want to keep it. And now it's getting back to, no, this one is dynamic also. So here I've got the dynamic part. Number 2 here. That's it, number 2. I think I got it covered. This one is fixed, but I don't want to see it. It's not very beautiful. So again, in SERUM, what you don't colorize, you won't see it. This part, okay, this one could be filtered using here this mask. This is transitions. Let's see how it looks like. It's very awful, so I don't want to see them. So this one, I will get rid of it. This transition was colored from the previous project, so I will keep it. This one's not pretty beautiful. I will get rid of it. Window shopping, so here I can see the shade of the 3 arrows. I will want to keep this one, so I will use this one as checking the mask I could use. Nope. This one, nope. This one either, so I will create a new mask. It will be perhaps only for this part. It might be perhaps useful later on for the project. I will filter all the other frames that are corresponding. This one is a transition. No, this one not so bad, so perhaps I can keep it. Oh no, I see it's a transition to this one with blue. Not good. So I delete this part. I forgot to colorize these parts with dynamic, colors. So dynamic colors. So I was one in blue here and one in white here. Okay, this one again is a dynamic scene, so let me see. I might use this one, will be again easier. So for this one I will adjust the mask because I don't need I don't want to see this part, so perhaps let's keep this area only. So I'm removing all the other frames. Here I will re-add some dynamic content for this arrow. For the red part here, that might be coming from 20 seconds, I'm not sure, so let's do a bigger part. This one here for the arrow there, and the blue one here. 3 fireworks, so this one I can reuse this. Fireworks collected, it's full. This one, let's see, well, it's okay, the color, so I can keep it. Fireworks total, nope, nope, nope. So let's create a fourth one, like that, let's say. So yeah, I filter everything. This one is a transition. Not so bad, but not so good either. So it's with dynamic content here. Sorry, with dynamic content here. So this part I don't want to really use it. I'd prefer to get rid of it. Run from dog. Run from spike. The other time it was not written exactly the same thing. So I will filter again using mask number. No, was it number 3? No, number 0. Oh, yeah, number 0. Here I've got the dog, and I want the letter to be colorized dynamically in red here. This one is blank, I might need it. Bonus multiplier. Yes. I will want to keep this one. There is another one. This one is a transition to score, not really nice, so I will get rid of it. Okay, still transition that I don't want to see. I will get rid of them. Transition, let's get rid of them. This one here with the dog, it's fully colored already, nice. I know that this part is dynamic, so I will be using dynamic part only for this part. Nope, in a rectangle. On the player name, so I will do the same on all of these, even with the transition one. Looks that everything is colored. Now I'm done. Here level 1 also is dynamic, so maybe I could say that everything here is dynamic. I think even the level needs to be dynamic. So everything that is in his mouth, in Spike mouth, will be dynamic. Yeah, also this part here, everything there. Let's say that all of this will be dynamic. In white might be better for this scene. For this part, okay, so this one I made some, nope, here dynamic. I see the pink. Run from Spike, this one is not really good because I didn't use the same color level. So let's say first that I put everything here in dynamic. Yes, everything here in dynamic. I've got different type of colors when I'm clicking because sometimes it's not the same black from the palette that I used. So this is why. Okay, everything here in dynamic. Okay, from here again, I will use all of these dynamically. It seems okay. And again, this part will be dynamic. So I think I'm fine with this. I need to redo this one. So let's copy paste the content from the previous frame. Here it is. It's changed a bit the palette. So maybe I will need to further colorize it. So unfortunately the sets are not defined, so we'll be doing it for this one, even if, oops, what did I say? Yeah, sorry. This part, so teeth in white. Here, so it's not useful to define the sets, but let's do this if ever I need it. Okay, nope, was a bit too much. Okay, I think I'm okay now. It should have some continuity with the previous one. Yes, looks good to me. I'm fine. Use flippers quickly. This one is done. This one I won't be dealing it with it right now. I think it's not relevant. But we've got the sprite detection mode that is for hit. Bar crush here. Okay, I've got the toaster there. Oh, it seems like I forgot to filter the content. I use mask number, I think 4 for this one. No, 3 perhaps. With it? No. 2. No, it was number 0. No, number 1. Okay, so I see that there is same frame. I will quickly navigate to the previous one, and I just forgot to filter. I see here same frames. I forgot to filter it when I put it, so let me select all of them and get rid of all the same frames, and let's get back now to where we were here. Okay, so this one is a transition one. See the different shades here. I don't want to keep this one, neither, so I'm just getting rid of that. Sneak in. This one is with dynamic content on the bottom, so I will need to put mask number 1. This one is a shade, meaning that I forgot to use the shape mode on the complete to LITE run. So let me go back here. Where was it? Here. If I use shape mode, you see that there is one same frame now that we got rid of. It was frame number 280. Let's get back to 280, and now it's gone. This transition is not good looking. This one either. So I'm getting rid of all of these. For this one, fireworks. Well, I dealt with the fireworks already before. Definitely forget to. Yeah, it was this one that I was dealing with, and I forgot. Oh, no, this one is different. Okay, so let's have a look. Why would this one be different? Because here I've got the score. Okay, so I use frame here, the number 4, and this part is not good. Let me just check. Okay, this one and this one were the two to use it. Okay, so I will check this one and remove it. Was a bit too quick. Sneak in, we were here with the score. 2, 3, 4. Seems like nothing is corresponding, so either I do 1, 2, 3, 4, either I create a new mask, which is the option I will be doing. Of course, you should need to take some attention on that and make sure that you optimize the usage of your mask. Now I'm in the beginning of the project, so I can try and be you've got several, huh? You can go to 64, but better keep between 10 and 20. Shape mode, yes. Get rid of everything else. This one is a transition, so at this one, I'm getting rid of that. Here, dynamic content for this part, so I need to redo all the dynamic colorization. So let's say that it will be this part here. Everything from the bottom is in white, so as this line. This one I did already. Okay. on. Okay, so let's do it full screen. So this way it's done. Replay at. So I will use the score. Filter this one based on number 1. Get rid of the other. Say that it is dynamic content in the bottom. Super skill shot. Shoot the skewer so it can blink. So this part will be in dynamic. Again, exactly the same. Get rid of the rest. I used the wrong one. It's this one that I wanted to use. So I got rid of something else and I don't know which one it is. This is transitions that I don't want to see in my SERUM project. Let's remove that. Super skill shot. So here again with dynamic content here. So for this one, let's say that this part, I don't know whether, I can't remember whether it's blinking or not. Let's use the colors like that. Everything is fixed upper. Mask number 1, shape mode, get rid of the rest. Spike again. So this time it's only 31, it's only transition, and you can see here. So I'm a bit, let's say that I know what it is, so it's easier for me. Because I know very well the room. Let's say that for now I will just get rid of all the run from spike sequence, and I'm almost done. I think you win. Dryer. Here. This one is a transition. Okay, this is a fixed sequence, so I will keep it. This one is dynamic. Let's see, this one is colored, so we'll keep it. This one is okay, but it's dynamic content. Okay, so I see that the devil, yeah, this one is a transitional frame. I see here the devil that is talking to me, so I will keep this one transition, this one transition. Okay, toast again. And match at last. Nope. Yeah, this one will be okay. Here, and I've got dynamic content finally for all the scores of my 4 players. And this part is with the lottery, so I need to get rid of this transition. And here adapt, or perhaps create a new mask again that will be only on this part, and this time I will have no choice, sorry, but to say that this is in dynamic color. So everything here dynamic in orange here, so as this part. And here, that's it. I can save. This was the last frame. I've got 300 frames that were done. I don't know in how much time, to be honest. I didn't check the hour, so I'm saving. Now while saving, I've got the here the file that was just created now in the SERUM format that I can just try now. So I will put that. Sorry, I'm back. So I was just rechecking. So let's say I save. Let me do it again. Colorization. I go here from SERUM. It's the new file I've just generated right now. I put that in the alt folder of Junkyard. Just replace the file. That's it. And now I can run Junkyard. Using the SERUM format. So a good way to check whether I made some errors there. Maybe so. Oh, see, yeah, forgot this one to put in dynamic. Here dynamic is okay. Okay. I didn't deal with all the attract mode, so you see when a frame is not colored, it's not displayed. So all the initial sequence has not been done. When I will recreate a CDump with all these files, everything is in fixed format, so it will be very easy. It will just re-import it. So in SERUM, this is what you are seeing right now. You see, all the first sequence is exactly the same that it was I didn't change it. So fixed content is automatically imported with the right colors and so on, so I can work on the improvement later on, but for now it works correctly. Forgot to put some dynamic colors here, it seems. Okay, let's see if I can collect junk that we used to have. Oh, perhaps. Come on. Here the complete multiple sequence has been done. For the rest, it's not done. The transition was not colored. Here the toaster, it's not moving because, yeah, again, there is some adjustment to do. But I just wanted to show you that, let's say, in a few minutes, we could easily deal with there. So let's say, for example, this frame, we want to just check what was done there. Let me go here to the initial screen. This one, yeah, this one was in multiplayer. That's the only one. Okay, so I need to do it differently. Let me check. Yeah, this was the one that I was seeing. This one I forgot to paint it dynamically. I will do it just right now to show you. And here in green, I save. Let me go back to my project folder. Take the file, put it back in Visual Pinball. Replace yes. And this one. Start again. Definitely need to save the position for Junkyard, yes. Okay, so just wanted to show you, see now it's working as expected. Oh god, didn't do the, yeah, see the dog. The dog I forgot to paint it dynamically also. Machine, it's not done. Well, I think you see what I mean. So now I've made only 2 small dumps, so 300 frames from the original ROM. Of course, I've got a lot more for Junkyard from my project in Pin2 DMD editor. I've got 35 dumps for Junkyard to cover all possible screens that I needed for this project. So I will need to convert this to CDump and to import everything. Again, the automatic filtering and sorting will just help me a lot, getting rid of all the non-needed frames, but I will still need to spend some time in sorting some transitional frames that I want to see and redoing the dynamic content. After that, if I'm not so happy with what was done previously, I can try and improve the frames with all the benefits that I can have from the SERUM format, mixing dynamics and fixed colors, mixing using the sprite detection, using easily gradient, easily copy pasting to improve the quality of the screens, and that's it. So I hope that it was good for you just to see how it could be done in details on a project. I hope that it will give you the will to try it on your project. And of course, do not hesitate to join us on the Discord channel. We're here. I'll put the link on the description. We're here always just to make sure that that we can help you with all your colorization needs. So do not hesitate to join us on the Discord. We'll be happy to help you. Thanks again for watching this movie, and I hope that it was good for you.